Most salespeople are sitting on thousands of dollars of referrals, and they never ask for a single one. Not because they don't want them, not even because their clients won't help them, but because one sentence feels awkward, and that one sentence is costing them real money. Today, I'm going to show you how to ask for referrals on sales calls without sounding desperate or salesy or weird, and how one simple shift can turn happy customers into a quiet sales army that's working for you. My name is Larry A. Davis, and I often find that most business owners and salespeople struggle to get consistent referrals because they don't want to feel pushy or uncomfortable. Well, what I do is I help them to build a simple, natural referral process that fits right into their sales conversations. In fact, I've helped clients add 5 to 10 referrals per month just by changing when and how they ask for it. If you're waiting until the end of a deal to ask for referrals, you're already too late. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through a simple step-by-step way to ask for referrals on a sales call that feels natural, confident, and easy for you and for the customer. No scripts that sound fake, no begging, no pressure. Just a smarter way to unlock money that's already within reach. And so here's the first thing that I want to talk about: the timing trap. The biggest mistake that salespeople make with referrals is asking at the wrong moment. Let me explain. Imagine a restaurant owner walking up to you before you've tasted the food and saying, "Hey, can I get you to tell your friends how great this place is?" And you're like, "I haven't even eaten the food yet. You haven't even brought out my food. And as soon as I sit down, you're asking me what I tell people about this place. I don't even know because I haven't eaten the food yet." And so that's like awkward. And so because you wouldn't do that, what you would naturally do is tell them to refer you after they've experienced the food. And see, people recommend only after they feel relief or a reward from your service or your product. It's the moment when the buyer feels understood. That's the perfect moment. And so the takeaway here is, don't ask for referrals at the end of the call. Ask right at the moment of clarity. When they say things like, "This makes sense," or "I wish I would have known this sooner," or "This solves my problem." When they say that, that's when trust is the highest and resistance is low. And so that's the time to ask for referrals. The second thing is this: it's the confidence cue. People don't refer because you ask. They refer because you lead. You lead them into asking for a referral. You lead them into it. Think about great leaders you followed. They don't ask for you to believe in them. They assume that you are already in alignment with them. This is called presumptive framing. When you speak as if something is normal, people treat it as normal. And so it's the only reason that people are getting weird because you got weird. And so when you act normal, they act normal. And so instead of saying, "Would you mind referring me to someone?" you calmly and you confidently say, "Well, most of my clients, they know someone else that is dealing with this same problem." And so what I'm trying to get you to take away here is referrals feel awkward when you make them awkward. And so when you sound unsure, it makes the referral feel awkward. And so what you want to do is you want to lead with calm confidence, and your customer will follow your frame. They will follow your lead. All right, the third thing is the language leverage. You see, one small word can shut down referrals, or it can open a door. Here's the insight for you. The word referral triggers pressure. It feels like work. Like when you say it like that, it feels like work that you're assigning to them. It feels like you're giving them work to do. Refer me, right? And so the word introduction, that feels a little bit better. It feels light. It feels helpful. If you say, "Can you introduce me?" And so let's compare the two. When you say, "Can you give me a referral?" That sounds like work versus, "Who do you know that will benefit from this?" That's better. It's the same request, but a different response. And so what I'm trying to get you to take away here is use benefit-based language, not business language. People don't help salespeople. They're not interested in helping you. but they're interested in helping the people that they care about. They're interested in helping their friends, their peers, right? They're not interested in helping you. I'm sorry. They may like you, but they're not that interested in helping you until you've really, really helped them. And then now they're looking to help their friends. And so they will gladly tell their friends about it if you position it in a way where they are helping their friends. All right, the fourth thing is this: the social signal. People move faster when they know that they're not first. What does that mean? Well, when someone is the first to do something, it feels like a burden. It feels like they don't know how to navigate this. And so in business, social proof is important because social proof removes fear. It removes risk. And so when you say, when you can use this line, well, a lot of my clients introduce me to one or two people after we talk. That shows them, that tells them that, okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not the first one that he's asking this to. And so you just say, hey, a lot of my clients, they introduce me to one or two people after we talk. And so what you're doing is you're telling their brain this is normal behavior. We call this social safety because people don't want to be odd. People want to belong. People want to fit in. They don't want to be odd. And so the takeaway here is always anchor your ask in what others already do, because normal beats needy and familiar beats forced. All right, the fifth thing is the simple script. This is one sentence that works because it sounds human. It's simple. Here's the sentence. Here's the full referral acts that you can use word for word, just like this. Are you ready? You might want to write this down or rewind. Save this or pause it or whatever. And I'll say it a couple times. Here's a simple sentence that you can use. You can say, quick question. Now that you see how this works, who comes to mind that's dealing with the same thing? That is the full sentence that you can use. I'll say it again. You say, quick question. Now that you see how this works, who comes to mind that's dealing with the same thing? That's it. That's all you say. Now that you see how this works, who comes to mind that that's dealing with the same problem, the same issue? That's it. No pitch, no pause, no pressure. And if they hesitate, or if they don't know what to say, or if they're trying to figure out like who may be the person that they can share this with, then you give them a few seconds to think about it. You give them a minute or two to think about it, and then you can politely say, well, someone like you. If they're trying to figure out who, you can say, well, someone like you. Maybe they're just a few steps behind you, but someone just like you. You can assist them with that, and then they can think of, okay, maybe I know somebody. And so it's just as simple as that. And so the takeaway here is to keep it short, keep it soft, and then stop talking, because silence sells. And so here's your assignment. On your next sales call, don't wait until the end. Listen for that moment of clarity, and then ask the question, because referrals are not luck. They're a leadership skill. And if you want more sales systems just like this, simple, practical, and profitable, subscribe to this channel. And so that's what I want to share with you. I hope that was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.